We have vacant properties expanding at a critical rate all over the country. We have vacant properties happening because of the loss of small businesses all over the country, our lack of investment in entrepreneurship to help fill those spaces all over the country. We have a high cost of construction and repair, so that when people want to do the repairs, the financing might be difficult to figure out. And we have a lack of code enforcement in a lot of places, so that when something sits vacant for a long time, there's nobody willing to step up from the local government to say that it has to stay in a state of good repair. In fact, this ends up depressing the property values all over the place. The impacts are manyfold, right? We have that loss of investment in downtown. Other businesses start to move away because of the high number of vacancies. The buildings start to fall apart. We then create more vacancies because of this lack of investment, and we have job loss and the loss of property value because of the vacancies. The vacancies are for all sorts of different reasons, right? We have lost small businesses. We understand that. Commercial space use was already changing before the pandemic hit. Retail was changing. So much about it was already changing. But we have to think forward, and we have to think ahead about what are we going to do with all these vacancies moving forward. And there's a number of major barriers to making this happen already, right? We have local governments that are worried about enforcement. They don't want to be too heavy-handed, but they're not thinking about the impact to the property values of the neighboring businesses, of the neighboring buildings. Maybe they should worry a little bit more about the impacts to the rest of the community. We also know that cost of construction can be a major barrier. A lot of local property owners don't have finance solutions. They don't know about federal tools or federal investment or even low-cost loans that they could get from different entities to be able to make the project pencil. And in a lot of cases, retail shops were really already struggling before COVID. And that means that the downtown doesn't know what to do with retail space. They keep filling it with more services or more restaurants, and that doesn't actually create that vibrancy of people walking around and spending time and spending money in a place. So where do we need to start? We start in a couple places with every community. First, we have to find the right property owners. We have to find the existing property owners that truly believe in that place, and we need to figure out how to help them and help them get the right kind of businesses into their space. Second, we have to find the right businesses. And yes, this is where small-scale manufacturing comes in, because small-scale manufacturing can be a draw without being dependent on that foot traffic at the beginning. We also need to create technical assistance, business development assistance for our small business owners. This can be a startup kind of program, or it can be a scaling program for existing businesses in the community. We have a lot of businesses that are home-based businesses that could be storefronts with the right kind of support. So the question is, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to address the vacancies in our community? Are we going to step up and say, yes, our downtown, our Main Street matters. It's worthy of investment and worthy of caring about. Are we going to go and find the right businesses and make the connections that need to be made within the community? Well, that's going to be up to you and your community. But if you decide you're ready to move, let me know. I'm here to help.